So in this video, we will be going over the final version of the chat protocol contract. Okay, so the top is pretty similar to the M4A Protocol one. Got our using statements, our program ID, our security, text, initial CEO just same, treasure same, min address for beta. Oh man, I need to put this on dev and redeploy it again. So let me do that. Okay, so now I'm done with that. Okay, we got our fees for the chat, and then for protocol it's just $4. But yeah, we know these fees. We've already gone through this, right? We've already gone through this. Yeah, 1 cent, because that's the 1 cent when there's an upvote, and you gotta do 1 cent times the vote amount, 3 cent and the vote amount, or 4 cents times the vote amount. $1.03 for posting a comment, or just 4 cents, and four straight cents for replying or editing or deleting. Okay, there's no value in any of that. Our sizes, right exercises, our links, max links for like comments and stuff. Post type, comment, reply, level 3 reply, level 4 reply. Errors, only the CEO, blah blah blah. Nothing special here. Applying the fees. Inserted to trees. Yeah, yeah. Initialize the chat protocol admin account. It's the same. Let me see this. Let me see if there's anything else in here. No, just the CEO and treasurer. Initialize it. And also, you can't post comments before the CEO account is initialized. I think you can actually still initialize like the M4A protocol and the comment section. But but the UI is still keeping you from doing it because you wouldn't be able to post a comment, and that's because the CEO does not pay fees for posting or replying or editing to the play for voting. But the CEO can basically talk for free. But since the CEO account is needed, the CEO account is needed when you post reply. Well, it's needed, so you would get an error and you wouldn't call it anyway. So yes. Just go ahead and just do it. Nothing's gonna be signed in. I press the button and oh, right. I didn't see it pop up, but let me do it again. It's ready. Oh, okay. Okay, and that updates. So now there can be interaction. Anyway, passing on, right? The CEO and the treasurer, same as same as the last time. Okay, initialize quality of life accounts. Okay, nothing in here, really just a message, but and only the CEO can call it. If you go look at the derive accounts, oh yeah, you got the CEO account to make sure that only the CEO can call it. Gotta check the address, but they initialize the idea stats. And the ideas are when the CEO stars a post. Because you start and then it becomes an idea on like the CEO page, basically. And when you fed it, it becomes a fed record on the CEO page. So it basically initializes. Well, I mean, that's like later on, but that's what these accounts are for. And there's also the dead man's break. We'll get to that when we get to the function for it. Okay, go back. Initialize check protocol, but oh yeah, right. Actually initializing the quality of life account. So we're on the toggle M4A admin page. So over here, we got initialize the quality of life accounts. Right. And the CEO would not be able to star or fed post until this was initialized. There aren't any posts yet, but I kind of want to test it out. I want to see if it says like, oh, the Fed account was not initialized or something. Because now it's just like the reach maximum tries at the bottom or something. And that it seems like the error messages are getting less and less helpful, and that's horrible. Horrible for anyone just starting. Let me tell you. Okay, so let's just keep going then, and then we'll initialize the chat protocol. We'll have him do it. This guy. Is this the guy that is it why does it keep yeah, this one has already been processed. I hope that that's not going on in production. But I guess we'll see. So that works just fine. This is the M4A chat. And the chat is based on the menu. Right. So there's an M4A chat, there's a PLI chat, about chat, low chat. Yep. And yeah, the swan is just for the green menu area. But there's one for the PLI as well. He's still getting this. I don't know why. I don't know why. I had never even seen this. Create your chat account. I think we had a chat account in the tutorial. That would be probable. Initialize this comment section. We definitely done that. I know you guys seen that shit already. May or may not have seen that. Anyway, yeah, create the chat account, an ID. There's a chat account, keeping track of how many chat accounts we got, and using that to give them an ID. Create the comment section. Comment section name can only be so long. The prefix can only be so long. Messages for it. Set comment section flag. Right. So the CEO can disable a comment section. This is on Matt claims. But I mean, there's no, the CEO has no financial incentive to do that. It's really just more. So there's an example in the code, someone else is going to use it. Maybe they want it. But yeah, I would have no financial incentive to disable a comment section. Even if someone's insulting me and they're paying to do it. But I mean, sure, yeah, no, I have that. Yeah, no. So, but yeah, there's no reason for me to use the Ag Bango, but yeah, it was more. It's just an example. Set comment section vote. So this is used for like if there's a video, like a video that CEO made or whatever here, right? And I only put it on videos that I personally made. Yeah, gosh. Anyway, yeah, you can just vote, but I don't have a chat account, but can't vote. I don't want him to do it. Screw that. You do it. Is it so? I don't know. When the CEO does stuff, he has green. Like every time I do something with my ledger, it's green. Why is it so red over here? I don't know. But I'm talking too long and wasting time. But yeah, see if that's in production. Sure. So if I come over, there's no video to vote over here. What did I just do? I thought I just made a tar account. Well, I don't know why that didn't update, but yeah, geez. Initialize this comment section. I mean, it worked just fine when the other guy was doing it with his red ass boxes, and this worked just fine. So now, can note, give me that spec to the 4 cents, make sure it works. And let's see what we got. We've got 75.83, so it should go to 0.79. And the treasurer that owes everything should go to 5.16. So looking for 5.16 here. Hey, switch back. Let's switch back. Come on. Not connected. Okay. 5.16 to the treasurer for pennies. Which account? User. I mean, because the treasurer already received money, right? And I rebuilt it. Oh, I don't have the new idle file. That is, that happened last time too. Yeah, that definitely did. Why? 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 Well, I don't know. I kind of think, shit, like I'm having these issues. someone else may not immediately realize what's wrong, so it's good. And also, this file's gotten so big, I have to Control A, delete it first, and then paste. If I don't, VS Code freezes now. Just the chat one, not the M4A one. But yeah, it's pretty bad. It's got too long. It's almost 60,000 lines long. Damn. Okay. So now, if I refresh, should be able to get that 16 cents over to the treasurer. Was it $5.16? Okay. Change W. Close it. Huh. Should be this. QSSC. You're the treasurer, are you? Yeah. I don't know. Let me just refresh. Why am I not seeing it change? Okay, so I took the program ID from the top, searched it up, come to the last transaction, and if we look at it, oh, it has to load slow, just maybe, or maybe it is loading slow because I'm recording and using the AI voice changer. I don't know. Come on. I mean, I don't know. It really. Oh, what the fuck? I was going to make a point, and now I can't. Well, I don't know. Dev must just be having issues. Let me see what the wallet says now. But I think that is the point. Dev is just having issues. That one didn't change, or this one didn't change either. But oh my gosh, that's so bad. But anyway, in the transaction, it looks fine. I could see that it changed. Gosh, man, that took forever. Like here, you see it did go to 16, and this one did go down to 79, but not in the wallet. But here you can clearly see it. So I think it might just be something wrong with devs. Obviously the text is fine, but yeah, let's just try another transaction. Let's try 8 cents. So yeah, we'll get this to 5.22. Let's try that with the next transaction. And if that works, then it's probably okay. So, this fan, you can go and vote. We'll do it to try to get the 522. This guy. After the idle file, because I think that this person has USCC, don't they? Yes. Try again. Maybe I just didn't refresh after I put in the new idle file for this browser. Come on. There we go. Cool. And it's green, huh? It's green and not red. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, back and back. Latest transaction. Just looking at the treasurer. Treasure is not changing. Oh, it's 16 now. Huh, age is being super slow. It says 5.2. What? 4 cents. I thought wait, is this still like, can't be the same one. But yeah, okay, what does this say? I thought I voted with an 8. Vote amount is 2. Oh, am I not multiplying? Because I guess it just did 4 cents. So maybe there's actually a bug in the contract. Oh man. Yeah, I guess it must just be the comment section vote, because I'm pretty sure the other ones multiply just fine, but I'm guessing that's probably what it is. I mean, the text definitely different. Didn't. Or whatever, but we'll see. when we comment section vote here, recall this, we are not multiplying by the vote amount times the vote amount. This is all we have to do. Then it should be fine. But for this, I think we might have to do something to get that text to display properly, do we? As the amount. They're feeding in the amount. But I think that's just the vote amount, right? Oh. I guess it's this. Okay, that's... Okay, yeah, I think so. Should hopefully fix it then. So I'll have to build and redeploy that. Glad we caught that, but I'm pretty sure everything else, like the other places that do this and use that, really just when we vote, right? Not any of that stuff. So when we vote somewhere down here, there's way too much. Okay, yeah, and then we got the vote amounts. Pretty sure the votes are fine. Where it stops is here. Oh man, is this the poll vote? It is. Okay, so this is also broken then. This should be times the vote amount. Poll vote should also be that way, for sure. Okay, so now we gotta rebuild, build it and deploy, and then we'll try it again, and then that should be fixed. So yeah, no, it's a very good that we're going through this. Damn, that would have been a pretty bad bug. Okay, rebuilt and deployed that, but had to make another change before that, something else, because we have one function for voting in all cases. But anyway, we also need to do dot absolute value because it could be a negative amount. Yeah, I don't know if you don't need dot absolute value, it'd be like basically stealing money. I wonder if that's what it would do. That would be an even worse bug. But yeah, the post votes are already like that. That's how I was able to catch that. So yes, we have that rebuilt. So let's try it again. Try it again. We'll try in the down vote this time. See if we get it to go to 28 cents. Okay. Over here. Here, do my Delta. I don't think so. This is that. Yeah. So what? Oh, anyway. Hmm. Okay, it was here. It was in the Brave browser. Okay, latest transaction a few seconds ago. So this is for 8 cents. See, got it to go to 28 cents. So let's see, what's the wallet doing? Oh, not that one. What is the wallet doing? Say 20, or is it still behind? So it's like behind. It's like it's one transaction behind or something. Not, it says 5, unless it just needs more time. Or it just needs more time. Probably just needs more time. So it seems like it's working, at least. So that's working. The negative vote is working, and it's not stealing money. So all that's fine. And and this is still fine. And this is fine. So yes, fix that for the poll vote and for that. So glad we did that and went through it. Awesome. Go back up to the first one where we were. Yeah, and that's the comment section vote. Okay, update username and stuff. This stuff was kind of a secret, but I've tested this like endlessly. But yeah, that's more in-game stuff, and it uses the hash map on the front end or whatever. But yeah, a piece for that. But tree set to use like top and off the username, right? Like 4 cents. Posting comments, right? That's dollar tree. Goes to the treasurer, the CEO. Um, yeah. If it's not only if it's not equal to the CEO does not pay to post or to reply. It's 4 cents to reply though. And it should be that we like this is like level 3, level 4, and then it goes to the PLI. And all of that's the same basically. There's a requirement, right, for the on the characters. You've done that sort of. So let me just make sure that the edit and delete still say no. The CEO doesn't pay for that, doesn't pay for the delete. And the edit as well, right? Shrink, flip it. It's the same. Yep, that's basically it. And we've really covered that already. So nothing too special there. And then it's like voting. Oh no, we skipped the voting about level 4 vote, right? Every type has its own damn vote. That's why this shit is so long. But yeah, voting and vote records, which I don't think we really had any vote records in the front end. One quirk about that, right, is if you vote for yourself, is when you can run into an issue because it doesn't know which account. So you basically have to check. In that case, and just add the other number to the. If there's a voter chat account, and then there's a candidate. And if they're the same, you want to add extra numbers to the voter chat account, basically. But aside from that, nothing else special. If it's an upvote, you do this. The downvote, doing this. Yeah, and got the cost over here. We send a turd at a tree times the vote amount. This is if it's positive. If it's negative, wait a minute, what? Am I missing the absolute value on these? Is there another button? No, this is upvote. So if it's a downvote, so if it's a downvote, we send 4 cents of the absolute value. So this makes sense because it has to be an upvote for them to even get a turd at a tree. So it has to be positive. No bugs, no more bugs, no bugs there. And the comment votes, that's all the same. You can't vote 0. It's like, nah, get out of here. Got to vote for the person who wrote the comment. Yeah, candidate address key has to belong to the comment post owner key. I think, should have been in our first examples. This is for a seed, whatever. So this is all the same. Go past the voting, and then we have like starring and unstarring, and this makes the idea accounts or closes the idea accounts claims in the M4A protocol. But when you can just call this close equals signer basically, and that kills the account, and that's how it's like the opposite of initializing it, and that returns the soul that was used to make it. Um, Basically, whatever you had this equal sign to, and this is the signer. I think, when the claims close, I think I have close equal signer as well, don't I? So when claims close, the soul for that goes to the CEO, but you have to make the process claim anyway, right? So the CEO is not actually making any money, right? So I just want to point that out there. Well, I don't know. If you max deny a claim, then yes. And drop a hammer, then yes. That money gets closed and it just goes to the CEO. So yes, that the soul that was used to make those accounts would just go to the CEO. Yes, you got to keep your denial hammer with the, it's dangerous to go over. Okay, so starring and unstarring. Uh, yeah, well, and then the fed and unfed is the same. There's a fed record, right? And it also gets initted and closed, basically. No, nothing else too special there. Unfed and infeding. There should be. Wait a minute. These are accounts. Where the fuck are the functions? I know there's something we're missing. Unfetting and fetting functions. There should be one more function. All right. This clock in the dead man's break. And all this does is just update the Unix timestamp on this dead man's break account, which is here. There it is. No, there it is. And it's just another timestamp, just like the timestamps we put on the posts and stuff, right? Let me just go ahead and share that in the UI. I think we didn't initialize the quality of life accounts, probably. Not this one. Cancel. I gotta go back to the CEO. Connect. Okay. Back here. Yes, this is the dead man's break clock right here, which is on the admin page. And anyone can see this page if they go to admin. They don't have to be an admin to see it. This person is an admin. So sad. Let me make them not an admin. Make them not active. Let me just switch my wallet instead. I hope I don't have too many processors. Do I? I do. I have way too many. Probably way too many to even consider. I think it's that guy. And active coming. Even if you're not a processor. Try, come on, give me a. Why can he still see the table? Is this person something else? They're not active. They shouldn't be able to see this table anymore. Refresh. I mean, the table update is. Okay, well, there must be some missing. Something that needed to be updated that I didn't, clearly. But whatever. The dead man's break. So anyway, the point is anyone can see this. So yeah, I'll check on that. Gonna have to. But anyway, so we have the clocking because there's no time at all. If this is 0, yeah, this is when we have started, right? There's no time at all. So it hasn't even have a timestamp to work with. So we do this, prove it. Right, is it a dead man's break? Not initialized. We didn't initialize the quality of life. We can't. Okay, well, that was pretty specific. Let's post a comment. I think I did say that in a video that I wanted to verify if it was specific or not about trying to star it. If it'll say, oh, there's no idea stats or something, so we can't do it. Or there's no Fed record, so can't do that. Quickly verify that. Okay. Admin comment post. So this should be fine, but shouldn't be able to star or fed it. Try starring it. Is it specific about the reason why or not? Lately ain't been okay. Says idea stats. At least this one's being specific. Maybe just for some stuff it's not. All right. So if we want to do any of that, I guess we'll just check the fed here. And we'll go ahead and initialize them, and then it should work. Fed stats. Okay, clock in. Wait, no, what the hell? Not this. What I need to initialize the quality of life accounts. This one. I think that was the old thing. I'm not getting another pop-up. Ah, gosh. Maybe do it again. There we go. So now we can clock in. Okay, there we go. We clocked in, put in a timestamp. You see it started 45 days and some seconds, and it's counting. Not too complicated, right? That's just a Unix timestamp. That's all it is. And we already got some other clocks and timers and stuff. Well, I don't think we worked there any. We had some clock in Python, some time, I guess, and seconds and stuff. But anyway, there's way too much stuff open. Close this. We're in the about section. Admin, the dead man's break clock. Anyway, we have this difference, and we have this constant here. And let me see. Go ahead and search for that. Everything's slow. And Anchor programs. Here with the dead man, 45 days. So this is just the amount, right? And for 45 days, it's 86,400 times 45, basically, which gives you this number in seconds. And yeah, that's how you get the 45 days. So you basically can control the countdown in the UI, but have the timestamp in the contract. So I'm sure a lot of people know what a dead man's break is, right? If this counts down to 0 and I haven't checked in, you can safely assume that the CEO is dead.
The rest is up to you!
Probably, right? I could be in like a slave labor camp in like El Salvador, right? So yeah, if you see this count it down, send some help.
Run, big run for your life, get some help!
I also wanted to like maybe put like X's on all the Star Wolves everywhere, but yeah, not too worried about that now. But yeah, no, I thought that would be a nice. But yes, no, send help, please. So that is pretty much it. That's pretty much it for all of the contracts and all the functions. I guess there's the polls and the poll options, right? You can create polls and vote for polls. But yeah, there's nothing too special there. Nothing too special there. Where are we? Come on. Set poll option. Vote poll option. Create polls. Let's just go to it, right? It's right here. Let me see. Who is the bigger Nazi? Green poll. So we're making a poll, giving it a name. There it is. And now we're gonna create some poll options. United Health Hugger Donald Trump. Burn the new poll option. A bitch made Nazi gonna add that option. And there we go. Now we got our poll. I mean, if you got this far, you probably already know where the poll is then, right? I real worry. I think it's like, is he around here? Since I might have moved again. And, there it is. And now we got our poll with the options in it. And this one, this page is set to poll index 0, so the very first poll. We got one poll. But yeah, I could make more polls. But yeah, that's basically it for all contracts. And all these votes work the same, but I guess we better test it, make sure the money's right. Let's try a higher amount. What is it, like 528 now? So let's do $4. And let's do a negative vote. Just to make sure, because I think that's the one that's dangerous. $4, downvote, poll option. Go. And there it goes, $4 minus 100 for United Health Hugger down Trump. Okay, you got our options. Tables are still tabling, copying addresses. But I had already looked at this, so I'm pretty confident in all this. Let's go and check our records on Brave. Come back. See if it's $4. This minus 4. So yeah, it looks correct. And $4. So yeah, I guess all of that is working properly. I think we caught all the bugs. Awesome. So yeah, we are going to need to do a verified deploy to prod now, I guess. And yeah, hopefully there's no other, shouldn't be any other serious bugs. Okay, so the issue before might have just been because making changes to table lists or some shit again. But anyway, I tried setting this guy to active and inactive, and it worked just fine. So he's inactive, cannot see. You set him active, then he should be able to see again. I might as well cover all of the edits and other stuff that I missed. So now he's active again, can see. Let's set him inactive again. And I get it, so that's working just fine. Yeah, we didn't do like the poll edits. Let's go ahead and do that before we get to our verified deploy. Updating the poll and where do we want to see it? Okay, but and let's start it. So changing the name of the poll, going to get some Z's on it, confirm edit. Let me do that. Means it. Uh, do the same. Actually, I don't think you can't mark the poll inactive unless the poll options are in error. Let's see. I think that the poll options have to be inactive first before you can do that to the poll. Or does it do all of them? Set poll flag. That still says true. Maybe it actually shouldn't have done. So let me see. Is there anything different here? Doesn't look like it. But I was almost positive that you shouldn't. Well, it's a good thing I'm looking at it. I was thumbs wrong. I was almost positive that you couldn't do that unless it just still says active. Refresh. Oh, the announce is false. Okay, I guess it just didn't update for some reason. It should be like poll stats. They should have updated, but I'll check on that. If we set these inactive, I feel like this should actually affect the poll. So I don't know. This may not be doing anything. The UI may not be doing anything with that. But these, if we set these inactive, which may not see Elon. These update just fine, the UI, and now we can't see the option. And if we were to update this one, Z's on it. Okay, and that works just fine. So maybe you want to check on this thing. There you go, it works now. Try it again. But no, I mean, it definitely didn't change the code. Just then refreshing. Why did you work? Unless it was it could have been the case that it was too many requests and it just needed more time. Could have been. That was working. I mentioned that's what it was. I'm assuming that's what it was. I mean, yeah, if the poll stats change, it should get the polls. Nothing too special there. All right, so all of that works. We got into the polls and stuff. Wasn't there something else that like the ideas and stuff? We haven't done that. Okay, we haven't actually done that, so let's go do that. And that's on the CEO page, and then we would have fully tested everything. Let's see. Oh, CEO page, comment. I gotta initialize this first. Post a comment. Go ahead and star it. And then it becomes an idea. Start. Now it's an idea. You can jump to it, but you can't because it's here. We can update the idea. view comment updated. This does not update the comment, it just updates the idea because it's just on account. Oh, I contributed so much. Now it's updated, so it's true. Implemented. Let me mark it done. We did the idea or the bug or whatever. Very. Now it's true, and there's a timestamp, so we know get it. Mark it on done. And when we unstar the post, I mean, it's literally unstarring it. So now it's not implemented anymore, and there's no timestamp. But yes, this is literally unstarring it. If we unstar it, then we'll see this rainbow will go away down here. Yeah, much the second. And same, well, slightly less with the Fed. There's not too much you need to do with this. There's no ideas to implement or nothing. It's just unfetting. And that's it. That is it as far as the contract. And that's the same thing as this button. You unfed it. And was edited before March. And that just basically, I guess we'll just show that being true. Just in the case, like someone had managed to edit their comment before I marked it fed or whatever, it will just say like, hey, the comment was edited before I actually managed to mark it. But I don't know, just let you know it's not the original comments. But you can always go back to the history, right? With this button and see the original comment anyway, so as long as it matters. But yes, so let's go ahead and edit this. Edited, and then we'll mark it fed, and then that should be true. And then there's no more bugs. Yeah. Okay. Was edited before Mark true, and yeah. So yeah, everything seems fine. That other issue, I think, was just because too many fetches or whatever where it didn't. Was it the poll stats which we tried to set this to not active and it wasn't updating quick enough? But yeah, I think that this doesn't actually do anything in the UI. It could, but I don't think that it mostly does. Okay, so it's going through the contract. There's a weakness, right, where we have just the one USDC met that we can use to pay for fees, and maybe we want to change it. So I'm adding an account of fee token entry that the CEO can call. Basically, I'm working on out. But also, I seen that we had this USDC Met account that ain't even being used for anything. So this can just be removed. This will basically just replace it. So yeah, yeah, gonna work through that, and then I'll show it off. Okay, so I'm still running through stuff on dev, but I ran into something pretty important. Is for the very first time I failed to deploy to dev, and there's a couple things that you can do, right? But there's a buffer accounts that are made in the like during the failed deployment or whatever. But anyway, there's like Sol or lamp ports that's in those accounts, and you want to get that money back basically for the failed deploy or continue to the deploy. But anyway, I'm just gonna restart the whole thing, get the soul back, which is what I already did. But in order to do that, you get this message, this Solana dash keygen space recover, and they give you the C phrase. Once you get the address back from this that it gives, you can either use it in this command, Solana program deploy, and what it gives you back to resume the deploy or resume writing to buffers. Or you can just close the program, which is just close it and just do it over. But anyway, but yeah, I did not get my soul back. So yeah, with that command, the Solana keygen space recover, if you just do recover without this stuff here, it'll try to overwrite the key pair is the ID.json that you're using for deployments, and it'll be like you have to use force. So instead of doing that, you can do -o with a new file. And once you do that right, it'll ask you for the seed phrase, and you can just copy and paste it in. You can Control C and paste with my right clicking. But you won't be able to see it. It'll be invisible. And then after you get that in, it'll give you back this address, this public key. Ask if you want to continue, but yeah, and then it writes it to that file. And then we can close it. Solana program, close, and then that. And then we got back our soul on dev. So that'll be important for productions in case deployment fails so that we can get our soul back. Yeah, that would be horrible. Okay, so I've finished working out the rework for the token accounts for the USDC, so we don't need any of these to be in the code anymore. Basically, we have some new functions. Only the CEO can call them. We can add a fee token entry or remove a fee token entry, basically, and this just passes in the token min address, right, which is, unique for each token. We can just pass in the USDC one. Now, we also have to pass in the decimal amounts because this is what will ensure that we do the math on it properly, basically. USDC being, 6 decimals. So, yeah, there's no more, all of these numbers up here as well. Oh, geez. Up here as well. This is the M4A, this other one. Now it's just 0.04. It's just a decimal. Let me go to the top one instead. So all of those numbers are just normal decimals for the 1 cent, 3 cent, 4 cent, and the dollar tree. Right. So yeah, so now the CEO is able to, create a token entry account. And now these accounts basically can also be passed in with just by using the token address. Anything that would use it, like the counter section vote, it just takes in the public key for that token address. And if you go to it, it's just used to derive another account, which is this fee token entry, which is the account that only the CEO can make. And you can make as many as you want. If you want to, change the fee to not be USDC later, it's whatever passed into the function, but the account has to exist, and it can only exist if the CEO made it. So that would allow us to see, we just have it here with the token min address. And if you go all the way down, we can see this fee token entry will have the decimal amount and the token mint address. And yet we just take care of the math inside of the function. We pass in the decimal amount so that we could use in here. It's got our base 10 to the decimal amount, which is 6, so we can change it to fixed point with the amount times this conversion number. And then we want to display it, we just use the amount we already had. So yeah, this it works just great. Yeah, been using it. It's working just fine. I think also we're just also passing in the decimal amount basically. But yeah, that will make it more future proof if Coinbase gives us any shit, because I'm sure that's probably a question that some people had, because USDC is upgradable and there's a freeze authority on it. It means that Coinbase can take it from you basically, right? Let's see, if we take the mainnet, we go look at this min address, it should tell us that there is a freeze authority on it. This should be the then I clicked on it, it should just shows nothing about a token. Oh, the click tokens. Well, this doesn't seem right. Oh, it's probably because I'm on DevNet. Let me see. Mainnet betas. Man, there it is. Freeze authority and a min authority. Because there's and the decimals, which is 6. Because there's a freeze authority, that means that it can be frozen and taken from you. It is not like which is a joke that I make, because if Coinbase ever did that, they would die, like literally. It's not like DAI, which is a decentralized stablecoin. But yeah, that's what DAI's for, is what I would say. So don't be too worried about that. I think Coinbase knows better.
And I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
And for the UI solution on the M4A side, under the processors table, And we have the create processor account, but we also have the M4A fee token account creator here where you can make and delete them basically. You don't need the decimal though if you're just removing it. And on the chat side, same thing, but it's under the poll table. It's right here. But yeah, and on the front end is just basically feeding in the USDC min address. I'm not listening to see if the account is created or anything. When the function gets called, this gets patched and it assumes that it's made. So it's very simple that way. It's not adding any more listeners or anything. Just pass that public key right in. Nothing too fucking complicated there. No, nothing to slow it down anyway, right? So pretty simple there. Okay, so now we just need to do a verified build and deploy. Okay, so we are getting ready to deploy to production to mainnet. So let's go ahead and set the stuff that we need for. We're just doing the chat. We can set our anchor file in mainnet, but since we're doing a verified build, I'm not sure if this matters, but we will do this anyway. And we can do what Solana config set -um and that sets that to mainnet. Okay, so now we have to go through the steps for doing a Solana verified build, right? If we're looking at our program ID on DevNet, we can see, well, this says verified build only available on mainnet, but yeah, this is what we're trying to get, but on mainnet. Okay, so how? There's a guide here. So the first thing that we really need to do is install Docker, and you have to go to Docker's website for that. If you click on it, there'll be different versions, but we have Ubuntu, so go Ubuntu, selecting someone else, and since there's one, we just do this in a fat. So let's go ahead and throw this in there. Okay, and then they'll listen there. Okay, install Docker packages. What does that copy? What does that do? Yeah, template. I get you want to continue the course video. Oh, he says that too slow. I just stuck my foot in my mouth. Oh, there we go. Now it's done. Okay. And this, the hello world is supposed to tell us if it's installed or not. Then this should be it for installing Docker. Unable to find this locally. All right. So I think I seen someone run into an issue with this. I don't just have to open a new. Yeah, no, so same thing. So let's figure that out. Oh, what? Did it work? Looks like it might have just worked. Let me try it again. Okay, I guess it's working now. It just needed a moment or something. What about from here is, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just needed a moment. Okay, cool. So now we have that installed with Docker. Next, we need to install the Solana Verify client. We already have Cargo installed from all the Inkers did. Try to install this. Okay, so this install worked. My my voice wasn't recording. But yeah, the install worked, right? So we did the install. This is for installing different versions. We don't have to. Preparing the project, we need a Cargo.toml file. We already have that, having our Anchor project, so we don't have to worry about any of that. And then we have building verifiable programs. I tried this, and then I got that error. Right, and it says found Docker image for this, but Docker permission denied while trying to connect to the Docker daemon socket. Blah blah blah. Permission denied. Yeah, I have to look into how to fix this. Get past this part. Okay, so I think that this should fix it because it seems like it's a pseudo problem. Like, if you just run Docker run hello world without sudo, it doesn't work. You get this daemon error. But if you do it with sudo, it works. But if you run Solana verify build with sudo, it does not work. You run it without sudo, you get the same daemon error. But it seems like you just have to manage Docker as a non-root user or something. And with these two commands, sudo group add Docker. Okay, already exists. Sudo user mod ag Docker user does not exist. Oh, okay, so now verify build still doesn't work. Okay, well, let me see. Is it? Let me see. So Docker, run Docker without sudo. No, that still doesn't work either. Log out and log back in so that your group membership is reevaluated. Okay, so it seems like I just had to like close VS Code and reopen it, and now I'm actually able to run the Docker command without sudo. So now, well, the Solana verified build command should work. Solana verified build. Okay, now it's working. Unable to find image locally. Is he gonna grab it somewhere else? I think this is also supposed to take a while, so. Okay, I had got an error. It says lock file version 4, and I think we just have to bring it down to 3 and try it again. And hopefully that's fun. Okay, so problems. After building and checking out the size of what the verified build is, it would cost 33.68 Sol to deploy, which is 26. It's 7. That's 7 Sol, and the price of Sol is fucking not that. It's like $200 now. So 7 extra Sol. That's $1,400, 1,400 extra bucks just to do the verified deploy for the chat contract. No fucking way. That's not happening. So then, yeah, we just can't do it. We can't do it, right? So like we can recall, right? Like if we come here to our contract, we get to the chat one, the chat program ID, right? And we look at it on our Explorer, and there's different Explorers. The program is upgradable, right? We can't do the verified builds, but when we're satisfied with the contract, we can at least make it not upgradable so that people know that it can't be changed, even if can't be sure that the contract that's deployed matches the contract of some public repository. That's the point of the verified build. You know that the hashes that are generated match and blah, 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 but that's supposed to be the point of it. But yeah, I mean, there's still some trust involved anyway. But if we make them upgradable, at least you would know that they wouldn't change. So we had this program ID, and you like when you call a function, we call this one. There it is. And if you go to advanced, and the program ID, you can see that, and that is this program ID. I don't think that this opened in build, but you see it's like GBCCF. You go back. That's this GBCCF. It's the same thing. So at the very least, you could be sure, because someone can like swap the programs in the behind the UI on the back end. You'd have to be paying attention, but if you're sure that the IDs are the same, then you're sure that it can't be changed if it's not upgradable. So that's about the most that I think I could do. But yeah, yeah, no, I think just gonna have to deploy to production. Right, I already took out my loan and fucking, Sol has fucking shot up. I still didn't get the fucking 2.1 Sol back from MarginFi. Fucking assholes. They never responded to my message, and yeah, they still got the fucking scam ass website in their docs. They can update the UI, like, which seems to be like in response to me, but they can't fucking update their docs. So it just stinks to the high heavens, red flags. But yeah, I have the money to at least apply my fucking chat account. I guess I'll just do that. But yeah, this just keeps shooting up. This is already worth more than $5,000, and I basically need all of it, 26.88 of this anyway, to apply the 26.61 that I need for the chat contract. So I've already switched over. So I guess we just have to, instead of doing that, we just got to do a normal anchor build and build over it. And then we will deploy that to production. Finally, about to, yeah, poke our head out for everybody to see us get whacked like a mole. Okay, so we had our first attempt and it's already failed, so I'm gonna have to recover the soul back. Eh, So, good thing that we learned how to do that. And just to check on that, we had 26.80, now we have 26.78, so we lost like 0.02, so not too bad, like 2 cents worth of soul, just to try, I guess, but yeah, now, it costs money to fail to deploy as well. Okay, so after 4 tries, I eventually got it deployed. So that's great. But the problem is, it seems like it can't connect to mainnet at all, and like it just refuses. Like in the beginning, I think I actually got some 403 forbiddens. Actually, so I don't know. It could just be that my IP is being shunned because of all them hundreds of ones that popped up from DevNet. I don't know. But anyway, we it might just be that we need to have a dedicated RPC provider, which a lot of people pay for, but there are some free options. This guy mentioned that he had tried QuickNode, Anchor, and Alchemy with those unsatisfied with them. This guy mentioned Helios, Instinode, and Syndica. I had looked at Syndica, but it looked like their free plan is just for testing. So fuck that. But Helios, it sounds like it says their free plan is ideal for testing. It says 10 requests per second, which I think is more than enough, honestly. So we will. I'll go ahead and try getting this signed up for that and see how that goes. Okay, just looking at quick note plan, it has 10, I assume this is every month, has 10 million credits and 15 requests per second, as opposed to the 1 million credits and 10 requests a second with Helios. But, I mean, yeah, I don't know anything in terms of reliability or anything, but yeah, it seems like quick node has better numbers at least, but yeah, no idea in terms of experience. Okay, so this worked out really good. So like in the endpoints, once you sign up for the free plan on QuickNode, you can get the API access URL, and this is the URL for your website. So you don't want to share this with anyone. And instead of doing like the cluster API URL with this, you would just put in like this and just put in that URL in there. And that's yours. And if you're posting your code in a repository, you don't put that link in there because that's what's used to access, the RPC endpoint for your requests and stuff. You're not supposed to share it. It's supposed to be for just your website. And that's how you keep, you're the one that your website should be hitting that limit, not other people who are using it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Didn't really walk through that, but it's under endpoints and it's the HTTPS one. And you can just, like I say, get rid of the cluster API stuff and just put in the link. And Okay, so that was actually bad advice. Even if you, well, this isn't it. Even if you don't put your API URL and upload it to like GitHub or something, when you deploy it to like Cloudflare, people could still see that, I guess, because it serves client side. If you just leave it in the code like that, you have to do something special. I guess there's a couple things though. You have to do something special for that. Where you can go to your workers and your project, settings and variables and secrets, and you have to add a secret, and it should be not text, it should be a secret so that it's actually encrypted. And then you put a name for it, and then like that your API URL, and then save it. And they tell you like this file will no longer be viewable once saved. And yeah, and then you have to access it a certain way and whatnot, which I haven't even figured that out. I stopped since I stumbled upon something else. Like, there are other public mainnet RPC URL nodes. Like this is the main one. And it doesn't work anymore, I guess, or something. This one didn't work. I tried this one, and this one's already working like pretty good. I had like gone through the code and updated it so that it's really all the fetches are once, and it only fetches again if you need to. If you're just moving around, there's not going to be any extra fetches. Like even if you go to the stats page, there's no extra fetch. All this data is already here. Only when you search for a new person does new data get fetched. But yeah, like this works just fine. And since I had already made it so good for dev and even better, it seems to be handling this public node just fine. So I think that's pretty much it. Just using a public node, and you don't have to worry about using too many credits in every paper, this and that. So now this is great. Getting really close. Gonna have to start putting up videos now. So yes, I will see you in the next video.